Hello everyone, welcome to Oxygen Not Included, a game that recently came out of early access to full release, and that I've been playing just all weekend. It's great. I wanted to begin again, doing it right this time. I played on Terra before. I'm going to one of the easy planets, not the ones that aren't getting hard. I'll just do this next one. Maybe we'll do every single one of these in turn. That'd be fun. But yeah, I started a colony, it went badly, now I know better. So this has volcanoes and geodormant. Maybe we can get something that doesn't have any bad things. Metal rich, but bad oil. I've never actually gotten to the point of doing oil. Frozen core and volcanoes. You know what, that's fine, sure. So yes, like I said, I've just been playing a little bit, this past weekend. I'm very much a neophyte at this game, but it's complicated, and I kind of love it. Anyway, so our first three dupes. I definitely want somebody who is a researcher. Actually, you're a researcher already, but you've got mole hands. Let's roll another one. So I want someone who's a researcher, a research plus 7, and then has increased science. Okay, I'll take that. So they're gonna just really knock out the research real fast. You're a doctor. I don't need a doctor at the moment. Could use a digger. So you're digging really fast. But then neither of you can do attacking it. Nah, let's get another one. Ow. Okay, that's good. So digging and tidying. And uncultured isn't that bad. I don't know how bad narcolepsy is, but I'm gonna say it's okay. And a builder, perhaps? No, a farmer. We definitely want a farmer. So a farmer and something else, please. Farmer and tidying. Sure. Well, decrease strength, but then you get tidying plus strength. It kind of means you don't really get the benefit of being that. Let's do something else. So farming and decorating, but can't cook. Now, I think if I'm gonna do cooking, probably you're gonna be one also. You're just a straight farmer. No. Farming, digging, cannot cook. Come on, give me a good one. Farming, supplying, and fast, and more narcolepsy. Sure. And our colony is called the Swanky Dimension. No, I don't like that. How about Supernova? I like it. So, Stinky, Camille, and Devon. Or Devon? I don't know how you say that. I know a guy named Devon with an I. I'm just gonna call him Devon. Okay, so our initial little area. Oh, we're already really close to another biome. Got some water there, granite, and igneous rock. Some more water. Nothing too close. Bunch of algae. Okay, we'll have to see where we are eventually. Yeah, you can see the temperature difference there. Looks like there's another one down here. Yeah, more igneous rock. We have water right against the edge. That's interesting. Okay. So this will be our initial little pool. We'll go down, get these, go over here, get these, and then build a base like right here. That's what I'm thinking. And then we'll figure out from there. So first thing, just go ahead, set people to get some basic materials. Oh, let's also go ahead and mark that you can harvest just everything. If it's ready to be harvested, grab it. Full speed. Okay. So clear out over this way. Let's see. I don't like the sand right there. Let's leave another space, so we'll build a ladder like this, going up. Let's just get that out of the way. And I'm gonna go ahead and set the ration box a little bit higher so people take food to it quickly. They prioritize that over other tasks. Okay. Let's mess with our research, our priorities. So we do have a strong researcher. That's all you're gonna do. Nobody else is gonna do research, or a very low priority, because you're gonna knock it out like at 4 or 5 times speed compared to another person doing it. For everything else, I think I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Except for you can be the farmer. Yeah. Don't want to over-specialize when we have so few things to do at first. Let's start making some rooms. So what we want are these rooms like this. Rooms that give you a bonus morale for having them. So like a latrine requires a toilet, a wash station, and can't be bigger than 64. And by using that, they get +1 morale, which is great. It means they learn skills faster. Washrooms require flush toilets, plumbed wash stations, and things, but I don't have the science for those yet. Bedrooms would require comfy beds, but I don't have those yet, so we're going to go for a barracks and a latrine. And I don't think we can do anything else yet. No, we don't have any other... could we do that? We might be able to make a hospital, but we don't really need one. And it doesn't give you a morale bonus, it's just for quarantining. We could do a massage clinic, but we don't need it. We don't have any stress in the colony. Okay, so let's go ahead and build a quick little toilet for people. And we'll build a sink right next to it. You know, let's put them up a level, just so that they're even on this with this one here. So we'll extend this out like that, and then build it up here. And let's start on this side so we know how far out to go. So we're gonna build first the bedrooms, and I'm gonna leave some space right there. We only have 3, but we're gonna get a 4th pretty quick, so I'll make room for it. And so just get some walls there. This is gonna need to go on for a bit. Starting with the sinks. You guys can go ahead and start building this while I'm laying it out. A couple outhouses. And we'll need some doors, but I don't have any metal yet, so... There, that's the metal right here. We'll just say grab some real quick. There we go. Now we can build some screen doors. And we're gonna need to get over to this water. So, let's go a bit higher, and then we'll go down to it. And we'll build a pitcher pump, which lets people fill up water by hand. And go ahead and build a little ladder next to it so we can get down to the bottom if we also need to. Oh, someone's sleeping. Camille, get up. There. So we have a bunch of oxygen in our little area here. We've got a bunch down here, and there's a few other pockets of it. But most of this is full of carbon dioxide, or water, CO2. Very low level oxygen, and polluted oxygen? With slime lung. Must be a, oh yeah, I can see some slime right there. This must be a slime biome. Oh, of course, there's some more slime. So we're not going to want to expand this way. We're going to want to go left or down, because I don't want to deal with slime this early. There's some abyssalite. Abyssalite is a, let's see, where can I show that? It has 0 thermal conductivity, so it's all about like keeping areas quarantined from each other. We might go up there and like build a wall so that these two areas can't give temperature to each other. Although really they're both hot and we're much colder. Down here, what's this? We have some ruins. So someone else's failed colony. Not a real person, of course, just, you know, in-game. Ooh. Got a Draco over here. Which I think you treat as, like, sheep. Like, you shear them for their wool. Looks like here's the top of this biome. Any idea what's up there? It's hot. Looks like we're surrounded by hot areas. That's gonna be a problem. Okay, we're idle. We should find some more interesting things to do. Let's go ahead, keep extending this down. And we'll go ahead and open up this area. And we need to build our first research place. Where should we put it? How about right here? So we kind of have a ceiling, like here. Let's make that the floor of the next level up. You don't need to harvest those yet. Look at these little shine bugs. I almost called them flash bugs. Why aren't they grabbing stuff? Oh, it's not marked to take these things. Okay, she's having some trouble down here because it's all CO2, because CO2 goes down. But once she breaks in there, she'll be able to just go fine. Here, go ahead and get the roof off too. I like the different sound when it's getting metal. And sand and such. It sounds slightly different, which is, you know, appropriate. Okay, we can set these to be only having to wash your hands when you're going away from the bathroom, because there's no point in wash your hands and going to the bathroom and then having to wash them again. That sand fell and collapsed that, so we don't have access to water anymore. Got some oxalite over here, which will help keep this area nice and full of oxygen. Because right now we're not producing any oxygen ourselves. We're just relying on the existing rocks, like this oxalite, which is slowly disappearing. Why are you cold? Chilly surroundings. Oh, you must have got buried. Okay, so let's go ahead and plan this out. We're going to want a manual generator, a little hamster wheel, a couple batteries. We're going to want a storage bin on the right. On the ground, please. Then a research station. Alright, and go ahead and wire it all up. And then let's go ahead and add an oxygen diffuser right here at the edge. That will also need to be wired up. So the oxygen diffuser consumes algae, which are these little green patches, to produce oxygen, which is the blue. The research station consumes dirt to give us research. Let's go ahead and make this a little cleaner. I don't like how it's kind of going up onto land. Just go ahead and make it even, please. No, it's nighttime. Or it's time to go and clean up. Get a bite to eat. We've got 20,000 calories because we are collecting these little roots all over the place, and we have some initial nutrient bars. Eventually we're going to need to build our own little farm. I'm trying to think where I want to put that. Might just do it down here, right, so it's close. I don't like this sand. I think we're going to want to enforce that. So let's go ahead. Once the research is going, we'll have one person free to do other stuff. Yeah, look at this. We got some salt water over here. Salt. And there's the abyssalite. So maybe our biome actually continues up this way a bit between these two abyssalite columns. Okay, let's get some research going. Get farming and meal preparation, sure. And go ahead and store dirt in here. Okay, and like I said, I don't trust this, so I'm gonna go ahead and reinforce it. Otherwise, we're gonna break it at some point. I know we will. I know it's cold, but it'll be okay. I wonder if they get narcolepsy in the water, if they just drown, or whether it'll wake them up right away. It looked like she went up to fall asleep. Okay, so we got some research, and just continue on. It's gonna consume power, and they're gonna have to come back up and run on the wheel for a bit. Yeah. But Stinky will go through it real fast, because he's got the skills. Where's your skills? Science 10. So he has 5 times the research speed of a regular guy. Of just like the rest of the other dupes. Hypothermia. Camille, I'm sorry. So she has like minus for another 5th of a cycle, she has minus several skills because she's cold. And Devin's going to have it also. But I don't care. Otherwise, we're going to lose all this water. Because I'm going to screw it up somehow, and this sand is going to fall through. There. So we have a new dupe, potentially. Or we could grab a care package. What are these guys like? Max looks interesting. Decreased air consumption, cooking, tidying, supplying. Like, just as a good guy to run around. But you're more a specialized cook. But you can't build? No. I'm going to take Max. And he comes with a skill. So if I give him a skill that he has a heart with, he'll gain a morale point. And morale is what keeps you from being able to get more skills. So like this skill requires 3 morale. And if I get it, he'll just be constantly stressed out unless he has that morale. Whereas if you give him something he's interested in, he just kind of has it for free. So we're going to focus on these at first. Go ahead, get improved carrying. And you can go ahead and freeze with the rest. Okay. So we've got... Wow, that science is getting knocked out fast. We have so many things we could be making. We need to set up our first farm, I think. And let's make a composter out here. Because eventually these outhouses are going to fill up. So refinement, compost. Just put that right there on the edge of the biome. Certainly is better than the slime over here. Mushrooms. Okay. And we'll go ahead and build a mess table. Where should I do that? Like right here? No, I should put it... Well, the food's right here right now. But will it always be? I don't know. I can't reach there. Go ahead and build another ladder. And I want this spot also, so clear that out. Go ahead, keep doing research. Just keep walking down the trees. We'll just get everything. Once we have everything, we'll figure out what we're gonna do with it. It's nighttime. I'm trying to think if I should build like a little meal room up here. I kind of don't want to, because they're gonna want to be over here anyway, near this thing. It'd be better to build like a room right below. So let's do that. We'll build a little room. How big can it be? It needs to be a mess hall. Minimum 12 tiles, maximum 64. So that would be 3, 6, 9, 12. That's good enough. I'll leave a little room. And we'll put a bunch of mess tables in it. Oh, these all need actual copper ore, which we do not have that in great supply at the moment. We don't really need 6, we only need 4. Okay. We need to open up the door, though, so they can get to it. There we go, this looks much nicer, except for I still want that tile. There's some more research. You're idle. Why aren't you busy doing this thing? Oh, you're stuck. There you go. And actually, before doing this, let's build a place for to store the food. So right now, we have our food just kind of sitting out in the open in this box. But that means it's not refrigerated and it's in oxygen, so it's slowly deteriorating. If we put it in carbon dioxide, it will over time, it will not go stale, essentially. So we'll build a little box for it right there. Should it be one lower? I think it should be one lower. So like this. Then we can build a little ladder across the top of it. And then they can just walk right through. Don't get stuck. Oh, I need to say to, yeah, dig that out. Stupid dupes. Okay, this looks good. I just gotta be careful on this side of it, because I think if the water gets up to this height, it'll be able to go through there. Because sand is not a very good barrier. Keep doing the research. Just get stuff. We'll figure out what to do with it later. Like, we're getting all these better electricity things that we can't actually do anything with yet. I just need to see to our basic needs, you know? So this will be enough eventually for, like, slightly more room. Maybe I could... I don't know. I'll leave it alone for now. I was thinking maybe we could turn into a great hall. But we'll have to wait on that. Okay, let's put our farms right here. So we're going to want a bunch of farm tiles. I'll leave a little gap. And then go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That would not quite work out. Let's put that there and that there. So it's a very small gap on this side. And we'll do 2 layers. 2 rows. I guess it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Then we have room to potentially add a 3rd if we need in the future. Okay, make this, copy the settings from that to that, and then go ahead and delete this one up here. Deconstruct. Get all this cut out, please, dupes. We'll need a ladder, of course, right here. Let's go ahead and just close off the bottom. Actually, we're going to want to get down there, so for now, just leave it open. Get rid of that little plant there. Yeah, we could actually lower this pump now if we wanted. There's more, so we can get to the bottom, but that's okay. I'm thinking, do I want to try to drop this down into here? Just so it's out of the way. And I'm thinking better not. Better not. We'll do it later, perhaps. Well, I kind of want to. I think we will. We'll go ahead and we'll cut this out right here. And then we'll drop this down. Once the farm is going. Anything interesting? Looks like there's another interesting layer. Neural vacillator. What is that? Huh. No database entry. A massive synthetic brain suspended in saline. With some automation around it. I don't know. We got some areas filled of chlorine down here and hydrogen. Anything on this side? More slime stuff. Up here, we got some more salt water. So this biome up there is probably a lot like where is it? Like this one over here. Bunch of hydrogen-filled rooms. Okay, more research. Oh, you can't get out. You're stuck down there. Let's up priority this so she doesn't, like, be unhappy. We're doing okay on oxygen. We do have a little bit of CO2. As they eat more here, more and more CO2 will sit there. We have a skill available. Stinky, go ahead. Keep on doubling down on that research. And sure, let's go ahead and set these to start having some mealwood. So we have wild mealwood out here, which just needs very simple things: a good temperature, good air pressure, and one of the various atmospheres that's available in our main biome. And it grows every 12 cycles. But if we domesticate it, it'll grow every 3 cycles, but we then also have to add dirt. We have to give it dirt every day. 10 kilograms of dirt. But we have 25 tons of dirt, so that's not a big deal. Eventually it might be a problem, but for now I'm not worried. Eventually we might switch over to like ranching or something to get meat. Like we've got this little hatch right here, which eats all sorts of things, like all sorts of things, and then excretes coal, half as much as it consumes. Good source of coal. We'll make a little ranch of them, and as they die off, we'll be able to get not only coal but meat. So it's complaining that I'm not giving them enough oxygen. I'm only producing 61. But this is mostly not working because the gas is already pressurized up here. So once the remaining oxalite stops giving off stuff, then we'll have to worry about that. But for now, no. So let's go ahead and dig these up. These various wild mealworms. And we'll prefer to make domesticated amounts. Just for the increased yields. Or rather, increased time, which corresponds to increased yield. Camille and Devin have followed up. So we already have someone with carrying, we have somebody with strength. We don't have a good digger yet. So this will let her start digging through some of the tougher materials in the neighboring biomes. And you can be our farmer, definitely. Farmers means, well, it'll take less time to deal with the mealwood, and it'll also have increased chance of getting more seeds once we harvest. Right now, this isn't a room, it's just kind of an open area. Kind of like my research area is open, it's not a room. But that's okay. let's go ahead and start knocking out all these things. We must have all the things. There's another mealwood. Let's go build our way up there so that we can get that. It is at 78% growth. I guess we could wait for it to do one of its cycles. That's gonna take what, another 3 cycles? Like, this just finished one of its cycles, so we should go and get that one too. Before it rots. There's one at 65. Looks like this ruin goes on quite a ways. Another room over here. And there. I bet that's 2 different ones. They just happen to be close together. Another potential dupe. I don't know if I'm ready for a 5th one. We don't really have a lot of our systems in place yet. Let's just get some dirt. Another half ton of dirt. I'll take it. Like I said, these are eating dirt, so... Okay, now this is my understanding of how this works. I could be wrong. So I left this at the same priority as everything else, but I want this to be high priority. So the way I'm doing that is to make it so this person, Stinky, Devin, wants to do farming before everything else. And nobody else does. So even though it's not, the tile isn't high prioritized, he'll want to spend most of his time on these anyway. Whereas if I up priority the tile, then even the people that have marked as low priority will still do it over everything marked as 5. Which would mean that we'd have farmers who aren't good at farming. Just because Devin can't get there in time. We're going to want to empty out this toilet soon. It's only got 3 uses left. Oh, they can't get through there. Oh, I am wrong. They can get through there. Camille, what are you doing? Here, go ahead, empty this out. More research done. Keep knocking them out. Sanitation. So I said I was going to do something right here. Let's go ahead and start planning that. We'll make another little cistern. Why aren't they getting to these? Because it's really far over here, I guess. They'll get to it eventually. Okay, so she took the dirt from the outhouse and put it over in the composter, which requires flipping, so someone should get to that. Thank you. So that uses up the polluted dirt and creates actual dirt and heat, and apparently bad gas. But I'm not that worried about that for now. So science is going, we're making more electricity, you're still delivering dirt, and now we're going to start cutting out this bit. And I kind of don't care if this wall gives way right there, because, well, it shouldn't, because it's below the sand. It might leak though. Stinky, how did you get up there? Like, you can't get up there. That's 3. Oh well. Build a ladder so we can get down. So all the CO2 is collecting over here because it wants to fall down. Go ahead, let research wait until we get this knocked out. No, it makes more sense to do the research. Just keep it going. There. Now I'm going to go ahead and build a roof for it also. Just so if there's like, well, not yet. We'll let it flow in first. But if we're gonna want to avoid there being like an accident or something. So maybe build a little lip just to catch any fluids that end up here. So let's see, can I do anything there? No, I can't yet. I was thinking I could provide some light and then this would go even faster. Oh, we got a nice little farm going. Need a few more mealwood things, but that will fill in as we get our first few harvests. This is at 90. I'm not going to interrupt it. What is this? A natural gas geyser. So it emits natural gas. What can I do with natural gas? I can turn into methane by freezing it. Useful in power production. See, I haven't messed with this aspect of the game very much. I mostly just set up little farming communities. But eventually you get like all industrial. Look at all this stuff. Like I don't even... It's trying to decide whether the battery runs based on people standing here, maybe? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not something I want to bother with. Okay. Why can't... Oh, because of course I did... Okay, build a little scaffolding so that they can get across, please. What? Getting... Oh, you're trying to get it from this side. That poor dude. Here, go ahead. Let's get that light. Which is way down here at the bottom. There. Duplicants can operate buildings more quickly when the building is lit. So I think if we put it like right here, both the research station and the manual... I don't think that's going to work. I think manual generator doesn't matter. So let's put it like right here, then we can get both research stations. Which I should place out. So we can start getting the higher tier research. And let's go ahead and put a roof on this. Okay, so that lets me put a ceiling light right here, which I think will cover both of them. And that needs power, of course, so we'll send a wire up. Right through the middle of the room, which is ugly as hell, but that's okay. In general, you want your wires and... oh, no, actually your pipes are fine, but you want your wires to be going through walls, so they're not, you know, making the place all ugly. See, why are you doing that? Oh, because you were told, okay, Because you're Devin, of course. Camille, why are you doing this? Only you're supposed to be farming. Maybe I didn't... Should I disable them entirely? Let's try that. So now only Devin does the farming. And he very much wants to do it. Keep going with the research. Look at all this oxalite out there. It's not emitting right now because this area is already pressurized. So it doesn't over pressurize the area. So we could grab it and like bring it up here and then we'll make oxygen up there. But I don't really want it. I only need it for this area. Like, not even my mealwood needs it. It could be in carbon dioxide. Unfortunately, the mealwood doesn't consume the carbon dioxide. It just needs to be in it to function. But yeah, it's saying we're just not producing enough oxygen. And I blame this, the oxalite. Oh, there's a mealwood. Let's go ahead and cut our way down to it. Just checking around, seeing if we've exposed anything interesting in the different biomes. Of course, we got the natural gas geyser. Well, we'll be a little closer to it. It's over pressure right now, so this is a whole room full of natural gas. Huh. Ooh, we got a little Poké Shell up here. He's unhappy because he's in a small area. Okay, go ahead, keep doing research. Let's see. Pressure management. Sure. See, look at all the CO2 down here. And all these things are being released, and I'm just not even paying attention to them. Let me just click them so it stops showing up on my bar. Like, we don't even have any material that we can use for that yet. No refined whatevers. So kind of my goal, once we get the water down and start knocking out more research and getting a nice little home set up, is to pretty much just mine out this entire starting area. Then we can place things as we need and start deciding how we're going to move out. So we've got potentially another couple people, and they're both farmers. You've got some decorating, but it's not very strong. Or we could get a bunch of one hatchling, or a few mirth leaves, which are like decor items. That wouldn't be terrible, but let's get some hatchlings. We'll double up on the coal production. And let's go ahead and make these doors open up. So, just so they're not slowed down. The door needs to be there. Oh, actually, we stuck this poor shine bug has been stuck inside our door this entire time. Now it's free. The door is a screen door, so it doesn't like prevent pressure or anything. It's just there for aesthetics and helping to define the room. So it knows to stop the room at the door, even though the door doesn't actually accomplish anything but slowing down people. Actually, no, it does keep the animals from running through them, but I'm happy to have the animals running free. So this is sure taking longer than I thought it was going to. We haven't quite built up enough CO2 here. So it's occasionally getting that sterile atmosphere modifier, so things aren't going, ooh, we got some food poisoning. How's that happening? Like, the outhouses have food poisoning, but they should be washing their hands when they're coming back. Got lots of slime lung up here. Let's not go that way. Got slime lung down there too. Ooh, there's actually some up here also. I guess we're going west. That seems to be the only option. We can go actually we can go this way. There's an abyssalite thing right there. So we could look down here, or on this side of the abyssalite. Where is it? There. This abyssalite down this way. Looks like this curves up again. I'm betting this little area is contained. I bet like there's this goes like that. So we could mine this all out too. And everything else eventually. Here, continue. Keep going. And do more research. Let's go ahead and get that decontamination. Because we're going to start having polluted earth problems. Or polluted oxygen problems over here. They're giving me all these materials to set up things that I'm not ready to set up, unfortunately. Okay. It's looking good. We aren't getting these. Why aren't we getting those? Oh, they were probably too far away for that initial harvest everything that I did. The map hadn't exposed them yet. We can go ahead and do that now. Lots of stuff up there. And look at this water. That doesn't seem right. Interesting, look at this. So this is some abyssalite that's clearly supposed to be going across like this. Ooh, a cool steam vent. That's why. Probably this room wanted to generate a cool steam vent. So that's potentially an infinite source of water. That's good. If we can figure out how to actually, you know, get it without getting scalded. Yeah, let's go ahead and build some scaffolding over here on this side too. So you're going to want to give it that. How are our guys doing? What's their morale at? You've got a skill point. Oh, you already used it. Your morale is 7, and you need to have 1. And you're getting good morale for the mess hall, the barracks, the latrine, the break. I don't know what duplicate means. And you're unhappy because I gave you a grisly meal. Yeah, you're kind of just eating a raw maggot or a mealworm. Yummy. But that's your lot in life, so accept it. Need somebody to run the hamster wheel for a bit. Thank you. Eventually they're gonna get all this dirt and they won't go down there anymore. I could set up some more boxes, but I kinda don't care. I'd rather them keep building new things. There's some mealwood right there. I guess I'm kind of cutting myself off from that. Eventually we'll build like a little tunnel right there. We could go up there right now, but there's nothing in here. I mean, there's a table. I'm not sure what the virtue of that would be. Some waterweed, which produces lettuce in the wild. That would be cool. Look at that. It's almost 5,000 calories. Each dupe eats 1,000 calories a day, so that can keep my... Just one of those keeps my entire place running for a day. A cycle. Keep going with the research. Yeah, we're getting some more carbon dioxide here, so it's sitting in a sterile atmosphere most of the time now. And as we go and eat more in this room, more and more will accumulate right there. Okay, we're almost done over here. Now we'll just destroy this separator. I wonder if I should sweep it. Probably I should. Let's go ahead. I'm going to place some more storage bins right there. And I'll tell them to just go ahead and grab all this stuff. And right now there's nowhere to put it. How'd some algae end up outside the wall? Oh well. Here. Anything that's swept. I keep looking at this thing, it's saying insufficient oxygen, and yeah, that's a problem, but as long as the main areas of our base are bright blue, it's not that big of a concern. We do have some polluted oxygen out here. I think I can fix that now, right? Yeah, I can build deodorizers. Let's just go ahead and put a couple of them out at high priority. You shouldn't be leaving these out here, dupes. Because they're not, like these are slowly growing all night. Once they're ready, they just stop until they're harvested. Here, copy settings. It's saying we have long commutes, which we do. It's mostly just from me telling them to go dig. So once that's done, although apparently it's because we keep sending Devin over here, and then he has to keep going back to the farming stuff. Oh, it's because we have dirt all the way up here. Let's make some dirt down here too. Yeah, he keeps on running back and forth like that. That's how he's spending all day delivering the dirt. We have a skill available. Max, your next skill. We could get higher tech carrying, or we could get improved strength, or grilling, although we're not doing any grilling right now. Go for more carrying. Get our base supplied faster. Okay, set this to also get the dirt, and then we'll have some being put in each of these, I think. Although there's not a lot of dirt around. How much dirt do we have? It's like 37 tons, but apparently only 5 tons of it are here. Where's all the dirt? Is it all down here? Potentially. Maybe they're counting the amount that's like in these tiles. So yeah, this contains 20 dirt already, and it's slowly consuming it. Even though the mealwood plant is growing because it's already complete. It's already full. New dupe. Or potentially, might just get this. So, doctoring and operating. You look like you're a good doctor, but you can't dig? Like, what use is that? Do I want you? Just to carry stuff around all the time? You know, I guess sure, why not? We'll go ahead and get Gene. Welcome to the team. And your starting skill, I'm actually going to make you carrying. Even though it's not one of your favorite skills. Just because there's not much else for you to do in the base right now than carry stuff around. I don't have any research selected, and I'm kind of okay with that because I want my dupes I don't want them having to supply this all the time. I want them to actually get this done so we could go to our next project. I didn't think this was going to take so long. I still don't have all the seeds we need. And these guys are just making eggs and stuff over time. That'll be good. Yeah, there's steam vents underway, so it's unleashing a bunch of steam, which then sublimates into the water. It's pure water too. It's not. I mean, there's all the slime around, but the slime doesn't have germs. Interesting. Like all the other slime does germs. I guess maybe because it's so hot. Huh. But yeah, it's too hot for the germs, perhaps. How are we doing on food? 26,000 kilocalories. So we've got 6 people now, right? Or 5 people, so we should probably make our bed at some point. Here, you can sleep there for now. Just so you have somewhere to sleep. We'll build better bedrooms eventually. We've got some polluted water up here. which is just going to cause a problem. It's making polluted oxygen. Let's go ahead and build a deodorizer over here, just so it'll accumulate in this area and then turn back into good oxygen when we when it goes through here, uses the sand to turn polluted oxygen into clay and emit actual oxygen, good oxygen. I believe it's at the same temperature too, so it's not like it's a heat neutral thing. Go ahead, keep doubling down that research. Stinky. There, and keep sweeping. Get all this stuff, please. So you don't have to, otherwise you're going to be unhappy when we make you have to swim down to get it like we have been over here. Not that. You don't need to sweep that. You can't path to it anyway. Almost done. Then I'll drop this, and then I'll drop that. Here, sweep that too. Let's get that little bit in the middle, because why not? Easier to get it while it's above water. Oh, that's a terrible cot. It's like in the middle of nowhere, and there's a bright bug sitting next to you the entire time. She's gonna have a terrible night's sleep. Here, keep the research going. Let's go get... Do we have all this stuff? No, we don't. Go ahead and get distillation so we can start getting clean water again. Yeah, nothing should get past these two. This is making polluted oxygen, and you can see it kind of getting out here, and then it gets sucked in. I'm not quite sure what the area of effect is on these. Like, how far will it suck stuff in? It might not. It might have to be like in the tile. It might have to go through that tile, but I bet it will. Ooh, we did not keep on top of that. Well, I'll have to make use of just the one. Okay, I think we fixed this a little bit. Now we have a bit of store of dirt so that we don't have to run back and forth so much. And this is almost done. Come on, guys. Oh, the light went away, so you actually might get a good night's sleep. And this hatch laid an egg. Okay, but we're going to have trouble with the bathrooms. They're all going to want to use them. And until we get the other one cleaned out, they're only going to have this one available. You know, I'm going to prioritize that. Both of these. Just to make sure they deal with the bathrooms first. Anybody who's able. They're still going to get dirt from down here. You know, I'm kind of thinking we might drop this and then build like another line of scaffolding and then eat up all this stuff. So let's just get that little bit more right there. Actually, we can go ahead and just knock this down. There we go. I just want to see if it gets to the point where I can build scaffolding right here without it being wet, and it looks like it. So, sure. Can't build on top of that then. This is actually having trouble now because it's so low. But when we drop this down, it'll go back up again. Alright, sweep it up. You should be able to get to it from on top of these now, so you don't need to go out into the water. Should be much faster. Except for you, Max. Apparently you wanted to go for a swim. Next research. Yeah, let's start setting up for this. So just build a ladder going up there. I'm not so ambitious to try to get this water down. We'll leave that one up there. We'll like use that for something else. We have a skill available. Both Camille and Devin. So Camille, keep going, doubling down on that digging. Devin, farming. At some point I should probably give Devin a bit of carrying also, so that he can carry more dirt at once. And this farm's almost done. Got tons of where'd it all go? Tons of mealworms. No, we don't. Not very many meal lice at all. That's because we're eating it first, I guess. Anyway, I should look at that. So we have all these dudes. The meal lice is -1. That's -1, -1. Lettuce would be 0. So if we could switch over to lettuce or bristleberries, that would give everyone a morale boost. But that would require more water. And we could turn the meal life into meal loaf with water. Again. How's this doing? Just a little bit of polluted oxygen. But it seems like it's not escaping this 2 area. Like, I'm not seeing any up here. So I think it's fine. And really, at this point, polluted oxygen isn't that big of a problem. It just makes it so that germs propagate more rather than diminish. So in good oxygen, germs die every cycle. In bad oxygen, polluted oxygen or polluted water, it grows every cycle. So like, let me see if I can find that. So this has food poisoning germs in it, and right now it's oversaturated because it's been out here for a while. But it was probably lower at one point and then grew. Like, can I find anywhere else? Not really. No. So, too bad. I don't think it's a problem though. Right now it's basically just another source of oxygen. If we were to store it somewhere, then it would just mean we need to make that much more oxygen. And now this is nice and saturated with carbon. It's 100% sterile down here. So I don't think they're gonna lose any more freshness. Okay. Keep going with the research. I keep saying that. I probably should find a better way to put that. Do I want to get a thermal regulator? Probably eventually. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with my next plan. But oh, this needs to extend it. I think we can redevelop it later once we start having problems with heat, which will happen, of course. New dupe or care package. Some rust if you want it, or we can get a person. Nobody that special. Like, I might want to get a decorating dupe. You're not bad, Meep. Let's get him. Sure. So you'll be our decorating guy, and you can help out with the digging the rest of the time. The stats are important. I mean, like, +3 excavation almost doubles the speed at which you dig. I mean, that's not nothing. That's a lot. And our researcher is going at 5 times the rate. And even though I said I wanted you for your creativity, there's no use to that right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and put you as another digger. We do have dirt in there. I just want to make sure we have some dirt. I know we collected most of it up to here, but we can... Yeah. It's not a lot, so they're grabbing at 30 kilograms at a time, and we got 3 tons in there, so it'll last for a while. Oh, we're almost ready. I can't wait. Apparently I can wait till tomorrow, though. Beep. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to get you a bed. You can live over here with the with the compost for now. At least you're gonna be in a room once we get that up, probably. Oh, we didn't keep on top of that either. Yeah, Meep's just lying on the ground. Poor Meep. With the hatches all running over. So that actually matters. I mean, you get the soar back, then they are slower for half the cycle. They walk around slower. Okay. So it's emitting 4 kilograms of steam at a time. But it's at 110 degrees Celsius. So, I mean, I know that's cool for steam, but our base is at 20. Or, well, let's take a look. We're mostly in the 20-25 range. We're starting to get some heat creeping in, though, from the different biomes. And that natural gas geyser is also very hot. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Oh, we missed it. I was gonna watch it. Oh well. I didn't see there was sand right there. Oh well. Now I'm all disappointed. It was gonna be a spectacle. Okay, let's go ahead. Well, yeah, I should. I should just go ahead and mop up this, just so it's not. We don't have loose water in the base, you know. And next time we need to do research, it'll grab some of that instead, perhaps. Let's go ahead and get. We don't have any of this stuff yet. Kinda don't need it. Advanced power regulation. And eventually we're gonna want this battery too. Okay, now let's start knocking out this bit at least. So start at the top. We'll just go ahead and build up to there, all the way up. You know what? Let's build up. Let's drop from the top anyway. So right up here is the top of this biome. You can see it start turning into granite and igneous rock instead of copper ore and sandstone. So this is where we'll just draw the top of our realm, and I'm gonna leave this bit alone. So instead, let's draw some more, a longer drop. What are you doing, Gene? Oh, you can't. You're the one who can't dig, right? Yeah. So I need to find something for you to do. I could place this, perhaps. So we just gather all the sandstone. Sure. Go ahead, just put it right there. And I guess I should make another couple of these, since we do have more people around. You know, I'm betting this counts as a room. Yeah, this is a barracks, even though it's kind of stinky. So it's a slightly better place than this. Alright. So we got all sorts of things carbon skimmers, electrolyzers, all this stuff. And if I have a complaint about this game, and I'm sure I'm going to get to the point where I have other complaints about this game because, you know, that's who I am. But if I had a complaint at the moment, it would be that research kind of seems like you never just want like one thing of it, you know, like one node on the tree doesn't give you very much. You always want to have like everything so you can put it all together at once. Anyway, so I'm gonna make these low priority, so if there's anything else to do, they're not gonna do it. But we'll put metal ore in this one, and we'll put raw mineral in that one, just so that Gene has something to do as time passes. I could grab that mealworm. I didn't realize it was still out. Although I guess we don't actually need it, so no, never mind. We'll just let them use it. Eventually we'll get it as we cut that out. Yeah, look at that. 30,000 food. Oh yeah, look how small this little chamber is. I wonder, it's not killing... I mean, it's hot, right? No, it's not. It's emitting it at 150 degrees, but apparently... Oh. Apparently it's not staying hot. Look at it, it's about to go. Yeah, I don't want to bother. And it's not actually going to do anything good, it's overpressurized anyway. So here's the top of this abyssalite. Do I want to just kind of make that... Like, that would kind of work with this water. Sure. So here is the ceiling of our base. That's a bad idea. I should do it in layers like this. I'm not going to cut into the granite yet. It's just a waste of time. Certainly not on this side of this abyssalite. Although we could go through abyssalite right now. Look at this huge chunk of coal over here. Huh. Ooh. I hear another geyser or something. There's something over there. I heard it. I don't see anything. Some iron ore there. Hey. How'd some water get up there? Let's sweep that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yep, our farm's full. I'm trying to decide, do I want to expand it? I mean, we're going to gather seeds over and over. Oh! I did not even notice that we apparently got that person stuck. We'll have to let him out. Can't get the flies. They're confined. They're glum. Look at it. It's elderly, too. And it's going to die in 4 cycles, and it's glum. We need to respect our elders. And then we'll rebuild it and have to replant. So we'll lose a few cycles growth. That's okay. Devin, get up. Move. There. No, I wonder if narcolepsy people need less sleep time as a result. That'd be interesting. So this gap is going to be annoying to deal with. I'll make some scaffolding. Oh, we can't even get over here. Oh, interesting. The oxygen's getting quite thin up here, so this insufficient oxygen generation might actually, like, matter soon enough. And we have a big chunk of CO2 that's been gathering over here. I might want to make some algae terrariums. I'm gonna do that anyway, just because it's a more efficient way of dealing with, of converting algae into oxygen. But we have a ton of algae, don't we? Well, we have 12 tons. That's actually not that much. That'll last for a while. I mean, this is only consuming, what? Well, it's actually consuming quite a bit. Now look at that. Look at the algae going down. New dupe? Or oxifern. Ah, I'll take the oxifern. So oxiferns absorb carbon dioxide and convert it to oxygen. And they need dirt and water to do that. So they need carbon dioxide to grow. We're actually doing pretty well at keeping the very bottom of our base free of carbon dioxide. That won't last, but for now, let's put it up here. So I'm just gonna build a little farm plot for it, right there. And keep going over here, dupes. Actually, wait a minute. Now we can get rid of this. These. From below. I'm gonna prioritize that so it gets done. Otherwise, because it's kind of out of the way. If they're always grabbing the nearest thing to do, they're gonna take a while to get to it. Okay, we need to specify some more research too. We really should be getting better power by now. Just because we're still running on the hamster wheel. I wonder how much of our time is spent doing that. So, 6% of our total time is spent running on the wheel. But that's okay. Travel time is going to come down as we dig out the top. Digging out the top is, you know, it's more efficient doing it this way because otherwise you have to build more scaffolding. You can always dig below, you can't dig up higher. But yeah, I really need to get a better bathroom, a washroom set up. Unreachable dig. Why is it saying that? Oh, now it's not. Here, get the oxyseed out. Oxifern seed. You know, I guess I could. Let's go ahead and build... There's a couple planter boxes right there. Because this thing, the printer pod, emits light. So you can see, these bugs emit light. This pod emits light. Our light emits light. Which means this guy knocks it out so much faster. Lit workspace. Better visibility. 15% faster. I wonder if putting it over here, over this here, would help with that. I'm not sure. Let's try it. I kind of bet it wouldn't. But I'm willing to give it a shot. Just so they spend less time. Actually, I'm betting it wouldn't make up for the power of the bulb. Because this takes... Actually, that creates heat also. I hadn't realized that. Where does it show the power? I can't see it. It's only minus 10 watts. That's barely anything. So she's running at 400 watts. So 15% of that would be, what, 40 plus... What am I thinking? 10% would be 40, 5% would be 20, so it'd be 60 extra watts. So, I bet it would be better. It doesn't matter. We're gonna switch over to a better power plant in the future anyway. So, no point in fussing. So this is consuming 625 milligrams, so 0.6 grams, and producing a bit of oxygen. That's a very small amount. Like 31 grams per second, as opposed to this one, which is 500 grams per second in one slot. Oh well. I'm just putting it there to eat up the CO2, really. Okay, let's get rid of this scaffolding and continue to get all this stuff. This is all granite, right? Yeah. So another gap that's going to be tricky to deal with. Want to build more scaffolding. I hear a... what's it? A geyser going. Is this one? Or a cool steam vent. Keep the research. Go for fossil fuel. Go for better farming. Go for all these things. Go for power poles, fire poles. That'll be perfect. And in anticipation of that, let's clear this out. Oh, that was a hatch. Poor hatch. Okay. And we'll build a big pole going all the way down our base. That way, well, maybe not beyond here. Maybe just from there to there. That way that they'll spend less time running around this ladder. Okay, and put some bristle blossoms in here. Oops. That is loud! And it's way across the way. Sorry about that. I should definitely turn off my phone when I'm recording a video. Or set it to be quiet, at least. Anyway, my apologies. Okay, so these bristle blossoms, they require light. That's why I'm not planting them everywhere. And also they require water. But they do yield something that gives you 1,600 calories, whereas the mealworms, the meal lice only give you 600 calories. So it's day per day, so this is 600 every 3 cycles, this is 1,600 every 6 cycles. So it's slightly better, but then that means it needs a lot of water too. You could grill it to give you more, but I don't know. I don't know, it seems like until you're like well far in the game, the meal rice seems really good. Just it's high effort. You have to do a lot. You have to spend a lot of time getting it to work, but it's fairly low in its consumables. It doesn't eat up much, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's sandstone, so it's technically part of ours. Let's go ahead and just get this bit too, then. So it's even. And we'll need some scaffolding over here. Already cycle 20. We're starting to have some trouble with oxygen, I have to admit. These areas are not getting as full as they used to be. as we expand more volume, it's the oxygen is becoming less dense. So I think we are going to need some sort of terrarium. I'm gonna go ahead and build it down here. Here, just go ahead and get rid of all that. So these algae terrariums, they not only produce oxygen just all the time, they also, if it's available, get rid of CO2. So that's for the good. And we're going to want some power down here because they work better if there's light. They produce a ton of polluted water, though. That's a concern. Let's move this further out over here. So this will let the CO2 still come in, and then we'll have a place where there can be oxygen up here. Let's make this an airflow tile. So this will still block, you know, it'll block liquids without obstructing gas, and more importantly, it still acts as a wall. So this one too, sure. Get lots of airflow. We're generating oxygen down here. It's kind of the point. Do I want? I do. I want that. So we're gonna need some scaffolding just to get up to it. And we're gonna want a. There's gonna be a bunch of polluted water down here, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna want a way to deal with that. We're gonna need deodorizers. Just like, how about a nice little wall then? I kind of interrupted my clearing this out. Sorry about that. We'll get back to it. Oxygen is a bigger problem. Oh, we have some skills waiting for us. Might as well get them. Gene. We could get you on the doctor path, but I think let's double down, keep going on the carrying. Gives you much more carrying capacity. And then she immediately goes to build stuff. Let's go ahead and change her priorities to be lower on things that don't require her to carry things. She's good at operating though, I'll leave that alone. But lower on all these things. Okay. So maybe she'll focus more on the places she's good at. Do I just want to build it up here? I mean, I kind of have this open area. Nah, I'm gonna leave some room. That's fine. Choose a blueprint. We got briar seeds or a new person. I don't feel like any new people. Let's just get these, because might as well. We already have a ton available. That's these things. Oh no, briar seeds. That's these things. We can use them for decoration. Max got a skill. Could start moving into grilling. I kind of don't need it. Go ahead. Get tons of strength. I think I will go ahead and clear this out. Like, eventually we might, like, I don't know, add some industry or something? No, that'd be a bad idea. I don't know. Eventually this will be a path to go up into the other biomes. It's fine. Look at all these hatches down here. They were hiding in the ground. There's an egg right there. Ah, well. How are we doing on bathroom visits? I really need to set up a better washroom at some point. That's like getting embarrassing that I haven't. But that's okay. And in terms of polluted oxygen... See, some of this oxygen has food poisoning in it. Because even though we turned it back from being polluted to good oxygen, it still maintains the germs. But they're dying, so every half a cycle, half the germs in it go away. Because, see, 29% dead per cycle is what it says, dying on gas. But yeah, look at this. I'm starting to get a little worried. Like, all the oxygen tends to go up, and we opened up this area at the top, so now our main base is starting to look a little blue. A little lacking in sufficient oxygen. But we're fixing it. I'm gonna build a narrow little ledge here. For another one of these. No, I don't need to do that. Never mind. Get rid of that. As long as this airflow tiles are down here, it'll have to go through there. All these things that will be very useful eventually, I'm sure. But for now, I just kind of want them... Ah, there's the fire pole. Sure, that will be useful. Let's go ahead and start it right here. And bring it down all the way to the ground. We're going to want to move this down a little bit eventually. But that's okay. It's fine for now. And we can get rid of all the scaffolding. But I'm probably going to need it at some point to deal with this. When we clear out this bit here, we'll get rid of the scaffolding too. We have a skill available. Again? No, that's max. Stinky. Research. Just smack that research. So he is now researching at 8 times the rate of everyone else. That's a little silly. You also get skill faster because of all that research points. There, let's go ahead and get this. In a way, this is good. When we add up more room at the bottom of our base, a lot of the CO2 that's causing problems is going to come down here. But it means that this bit up here, where our people live, is becoming less and less. It's down to 1,000. The pressure is fading, as up here it becomes better pressurized. Although it's not that much better pressurized. It seems kind of like we got good airflow. It's just not as much oxygen. Over here is where we got a ton of oxygen. 1.7 kilograms. Oh well. I'm trying to decide whether I want to build a floor here or whether to build something down here. I think I'm going to build a floor, and then we'll have like a tunnel running below it. But let's see. So the whole idea of building it up is so that we can have a light. Actually, let's go ahead and build those out of insulated tiles. We don't even need to stop it. Just so that it'll... That didn't work at all. Because this is going to be generating heat. The algae does generate heat. I mean, the oxygen that's going out is going to be heated also, but that's not that big of a problem. And we are close to our farms. And they're already getting pretty hot. So it's at 23 right now, and it'll die at 30. Might need to do some cooling over there at some point. Looks like, see, you can see there's bad airflow this way. There's only this little bit here. So all this oxygen, high pressure oxygen is getting stuck there. We're not doing any research. I'm kind of okay with that. I just want people to finish this up. So get that. Okay. Like I said, let's get back to where we were. We were setting something up. We were saying we need light. So if we were to put this here, you know, I'm not building a door. That's more of a problem than I'm thinking. We'll get rid of those airflow tiles. Maybe rebuild them. Build one right there. And an airflow tile. And I'm trying to decide whether I want these to be insulated tiles or not. And I'm thinking I kind of want to. They only take twice as much sandstone, and we've got, you know, like 140 tons of it. So sure, just build that. Okay, and let me just double check this. So our light is illuminating. I can't quite see under the interface. Why is that not working? Ah. I want to get rid of the tooltip. Get out of my way. Let's just go ahead and power it up. We can move it if we need. So we'll run a wire through there. They might not be able to reach that. We're gonna need scaffolding. Just one should do. And these tiles need to be actual tiles instead of just the raw dirt. Otherwise, we can't run a wire through it. We really haven't been exploring any further, so there's not any new interesting features. Just the two vents that we know about. And these ruins that we haven't done anything with. Is that something? No, that's just iron ore. I'm gonna turn on some more research. It's okay. It doesn't take that much of our dupes' time. It just means they have to run the generator more. Oh, interesting. We didn't need to build the scaffolding because they can go down into the tank and build it from the top. I hadn't thought about that. Ah, well. I guess these aren't really important anymore because we moved it up, but that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. I could actually, I could see wanting like a lip. I think I will do that. Maybe not there though. Once this is lit, let's see how far it sends the light out. I think it's gonna be there. If so, then we'll be able to build something right there. But let's just see. Light, yes. So it goes straight down. So let's go ahead and build that there. And I'm going to build a second one right there. and that's going to illuminate to there. And so that will be the other side. And now we can build all these algae terrariums. We might need more of these. Oh well. Actually, let's build another one for sure. So we'll build our wall. Build one of these way over there. And we're not going to want to water these all by hand. We'll have to water them from up here. So let's set up our first little plumbing. We'll make a liquid pump. Say right here. And we'll make a liquid vent right here in the middle. And we'll put a valve next to it, which I think will still be reachable. Maybe I should put it one lower. I think it's reachable here. Oops, that's backwards. So a valve. The intake is on the right, like that. And we'll connect this to there. And that will need power, of course. Let's get that right into that circuit. So each of these is going to be using 300 grams per second of water. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them. So that's what, 42? That's a lot. That's a lot of water. I think that's okay. Maybe I'll not set it that high to begin with, but we'll work towards it. Get this done, guys. Come on. It's number 3 on Devin's list. There we go. Until this is done, it doesn't matter. Alright, and so we said it would be 4.2. I'm going to make it lower than that. I'm going to lower it to just 3,000 at first. So that's going to be 10 of these being supported. Maybe. I'll see how that looks. If this starts to fill up with water, then I'll know it's a problem. And we'll need to hook it up to the final output. Right there. Because they're starting out already supplied. They brought the initial load at first. They're all gonna get soggy feet. Sorry, guys. I wonder if I could. I didn't want to leave room to make a bit of scaffolding across the top. There we go. So now we're outputting a ton of oxygen. New blueprint. We got some ice. Or we could get another person. I think we'll go with the ice. I don't really want the ice. It's not bad. It's just I don't want our duplicate right now. Okay, so this ice, it's clean water frozen into a solid state. It is going to be starting melting, I would think. I wonder if I just leave it there, it'll slowly cool down my base. Because it's slowly getting warmer, so presumably it's dropping stuff off. And then we'll eventually end up with like a pool of water right there. Okay, we got idle dupes. We need to get this going. More skills. Devin, you are gonna max out the farming. Meep. You're gonna be a digging person. And so there's still skills available. Does someone just level up? Yeah, Camille did too. So she's gonna continue on. No, go for the improved strength. Sure. She already digs pretty well. We're gonna need to get this power fixed, I think. At a minimum, let's replace the batteries with a bigger battery, a jumbo battery. So this has a capacity of 10 kilojoules. This has 40 kilojoules. So this is twice as much as 2 of those. Eventually, we're certainly going to want, you know, our own little power plant. But I haven't really planned that out yet. I want to clear the room first. Look at this. It's all pure oxygen. Maybe I should have made a way for this CO2 to get up. I guess we could pump CO2 in if we wanted. I'm trying to think, how do I fix that? And do I really need to? Like, the CO2 is kind of a bonus. I'm doing this for the oxygen, which I don't think it needs the CO2. See, this is consuming CO2, but they don't have to be, I don't believe. If there's no CO2, they'll still just produce oxygen. They just won't consume anything. I think it's okay. Eventually, we'll, like, maybe add a... Actually, why don't we do that right now? I was just complaining about this, so I might as well. Let's go ahead and build a coal generator, like right here. And I said I was going to put a battery. Do I really want to? It's going to take a while to get that set up. So sure. Because we're going to need to do refining anyway. Let's get our rock crusher. We'll just drop it there. No, that's a terrible idea. Let's build a rock crusher. We'll put it right here. We'll just have to dig out a little spot for it. Which means we'll need the battery so we can get the rock crusher. So yeah, go ahead, build a jumbo battery. And I'm trying to figure out how I want this. I think I'll replace these with these tiles. And that will definitely need some more of that. We'll build a ladder over here to get in. Like this. You know what? Since I might as well just like make it on the same plane. So we'll go like that. You're being noisy over there. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna stop this for a second. I'm gonna plan this out so they don't. So I might have them change what they're doing. So we're gonna want a coal generator. We'll put it right there. We're gonna want a joint plate. Definitely. I guess I could run that up this side. That's probably how I want to do that. Yeah. Okay, so that will be our wall? One more space. No, then we're kind of getting out. Let's put it up on top, I'm thinking. So we're gonna want a storage plate bin. I'll put that right there for the coal. We're going to want... Do I want to put a door in it? I think it's fine not to do that. No, I do want to put a door on it. Otherwise, it's just gonna it's gonna just let all the heat out all the CO2 out this way. I want it to flow that way. So we've got a door, which means we need to cancel that and put it further down. Someone is knocking on my neighbor's door. I thought it was me. I was all freaked out for a moment. Okay, we're gonna want a smart battery, which we can't make yet. So put that there. We'll put a smart battery right there. We'll have a bin. Let's put the bin right here. A jumbo battery there. Smart battery will be here. And then we'll put a heavy watt joint plate here. Because we don't want to run the power out this way. Because then we'll have this huge power line in the middle of our base, making everybody unhappy. So we'll put it here. Or higher? I'll put it there. Which means this is going to have to go away. And we're going to need a way to get up. This is kind of in the way. Maybe I should take it apart. For now, let's just move the battery down. So we'll build. Let's replan this. Okay, so we're gonna want a ladder going like this up here. That's how we're gonna get it up. We're gonna build a little chamber on this side. So like that. And we can build a block right here. I want to leave room next to it for airflow. We didn't leave enough room. I don't want to... Okay, we're going to have to cut through the building like I was doing before. I was trying to think of a way I can make this a room and not interfere with this ladder, but that's not going to work. We're going to have to make it part of the system. So we'll have 2 of these like this. We'll put, what am I saying? We'll put the battery I can't make yet right next to it. We'll put this battery right there. And we'll put the storage bin on the other side of the room, I guess? We could put it on top, but then it's on the door. I think we'll go like this. And we'll get rid of that eventually and put another thing right there. Oh, and make the power plant last, because we're not really ready for it. Okay, and here, let's go ahead and start making some copper, actual copper. So that's going to turn our copper ore into copper at a not very good efficiency. Because basically we're just smashing it until it works. And get the next thing of power of research. Let's get that, all this stuff. Yeah, let's look at the report. So we produced twice as much oxygen as we needed. Twice as much. That's a little silly. So we might actually end up overpressurized. Oh yeah, look at that. That's twice as much oxygen as we need. That's, Why don't we turn some of these off? So, disable. I'm gonna turn some of them off. I'm gonna turn, let's see. Yeah, disable that. And then we'll see what happens next time. So that one deals with that. That one can be stopped. And then we'll disable this too, because this is the less efficient one. Oh! Oh, you got stuck! And now you made a mess. I didn't see it. Max, how did this happen? Why you do this? Clean it up. And guys, you should get Max out. Guys, where are you going? Oh, you're emptying that. Okay. Max, can't you do something? Get yourself out. Like, where is everybody? Oh, you're busy with this stuff. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a problem. Come on. At least he won't starve. He won't not for starve. I was thinking he won't suffocate in here. He will starve eventually. There you go. Come on, build. Why can't he get through here? I guess they're not gonna make the door until they're not gonna cut away the space below. Okay. We'll rebuild it in a moment. There. They don't dig until they have the materials. What? He just ran up here and tripped right over. That's hilarious. Oh, now we've got all this. Okay, that will flow out here and get dealt with over here anyway. So now this is outputting too much water. Let's cut this down to 2,000. Since half of them are not working. But yeah, look at that. That's probably making my guys unhappy. Anybody have popped eardrums? No? Doesn't look like it. But all this polluted water is going to start emitting all this polluted oxygen, which will get cleaned by these deodorizers, which actually is going to be a great way of getting clay. I'm not sure we really need a great way of getting clay, but that's what it will do. Go ahead and start storing the coal in this box. And we kind of didn't actually follow up on this, so we want this to continue. There, let's get rid of these. And they're still not done over here because I've been keeping them distracted down here. I feel bad. I still leave them this horrible little latrine instead of building a nice little facility for them like I intended to, but I just got distracted and then we ran out of oxygen and then there was this whole drop we tried to do and all that. It turned out to be a real problem, or a bigger problem than I thought. And we are going to need to lower this soon, because this is starting to... It's much faster to use the pipe to bring it down here rather than having a dupe do it, but still, it's consuming the water pretty fast. Come on, guys, where are you? Okay, now they're saying we're back down not having enough. So we're at 278 of 307. And I'm kind of okay with that. We'll wait till we expand again, and then we'll turn more of these on. Our farm's going... Yeah, we have 62,000 kilocalories. That's more than enough. for a little bit. And you're busy making more of this copper. But why is no one coming down here and doing these things? Come on. Where is it on people's list? It's 3 on their list. Because they're building... what? They're not building anything. They just prefer building things closer to the main area. So there is a waterweed seed here. What would we need to make that grow? Would need to be in salt water or brine. It needs bleach stones. That's the issue. We don't have any bleach stones. We'd have to like steal some, and then we'd have chlorine in our base because these are constantly emitting chlorine. No, I think we won't bother with that yet. And nobody touch this door. Leave it locked. Oh, here we go. Hey, there's some salt water. I was just saying I needed some of that, but I don't want to expand our dupes yet. Not until we have more things set up for them. Okay, this is actually starting to work out. Let's get that smart battery up here. And then we'll go ahead and automate it. So the coal thing only runs when we need power. And we're eventually going to need to connect it to our power system, of course. Because right now we're still on hamster power. Yeah, we've almost filled this up. I'm not sure what to do once that's full. Maybe stop providing dirt for a bit. You guys really need to get these sooner. I need to pay more attention. Ooh, there's a Abyssali right here. Have I seen that before? I didn't realize. So maybe this biome is actually not that big. Just like this. And that's it? Maybe? How are we doing on heat? Ooh, we're definitely getting some heat in here. In this area. And a little bit is sneaking in over here. And a lot over here. But that's what all this insulated tiles are for. This area is pretty hot. But the abyssalite is stopping it. See? On this side it's hot, on this side it's not. Going from 32 to 45. But yeah, there must be something in here emitting heat. More heat than we want to deal with, at least. Okay, let's extend this over to there. And we'll just enclose it, just to prevent any accidents. Oh, they're whining about soggy feet. What does that even do? It just gives you more stress, and that's it. But we have, like, no stress. So, I'm not that worried. Dude, you're gonna get locked in here, aren't you? Gene, no, you're not actually gonna build it. What are you doing with the... Okay, you're powering the computer. That's fine. Insufficient O2. Yeah, probably we should turn a bit more on. It's starting to look a little bad up there. Like, I'm wondering if I should just let all this CO2 out. Okay, we didn't actually power this, so let's go ahead and set up the wiring. So, heavy watt wire can't go through walls unless it goes through one of these. So we can't run it like this. It has to be built outside. And it has a huge -25 decor for a 6-tile radius, which means people hate it. They just really hate it. So we're gonna run it through this little back area, like this. And then we'll transform it at different intervals back into something that they're more willing to stand. So where is that? Power transformer. Yeah, let's clear all this out. But the whole idea of this is that this can carry more wattage. So the heavy watt, where is it? Heavy watt wire can carry, it's not, a max power 20 kilowatts, whereas the regular wire can only hold 1 kilowatt. So we want there to be lots of little circuits like this that are branching off of this larger area. So using these power transformers. But at the same time, the transformers themselves and the wiring that supports them needs to be hidden. So we'll have like this back area, and then we'll make everyone live out here. Keep going with the research. Go ahead and get those. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a little too wet in here. But that's with the buildings disabled. Yeah, okay, see, some of the CO2 is trickling out of here and going around. I'm surprised that, okay, it's because this is not going yet. Let's get this actual coal generator working. Seems fine so far. We still have this big patch right there. And this lone bristle blossom out here on the edge. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing any buildup of polluted oxygen. That's what I'm trying to avoid. And that's why I have these deodorizers everywhere. And I don't believe we're getting that much food poisoning. Like, the deodorizers are going to make food poisoning if the water has food poisoning. But this stuff doesn't have it. This is pure water turning into pure oxygen. So we've managed to avoid getting too much contamination in our base, which is always for the good. Interesting. The oxygen's actually getting down here. I'm surprised there's so much oxygen in this room. It's just because it's coming this way. I wanted it to go the other way. I wanted this to start producing CO2. Anyway, go ahead, and right now it's automated. It's disabled by the grid because this battery, these two batteries, are full. So when this battery gets below 30, turn on the coal plant. When it gets above 70, turn it off. And we'll sit at 70. Why do we have... Oh, because someone made a mess. I forgot about that. Okay. And that's transforming. Let's disable this battery and the hamster wheel. We have a skill. Gene. I could have you wear an exosuit. I don't really need it. Operating. You're going to be our machine operator. We're spending an awful lot of time just sitting here in our first biome. We haven't really gone out. I'm curious about this thing, the Neurovacillator. I'm not really sure what that does. I'm kind of worried about it. Ooh, there's Poké Shells over here. I made this, and I bet they can't actually get across, can they? Yeah, that was silly. Alright, let's keep on knocking this out. And we'll build some scaffolding like usual. Because they won't be able to get these unless we're micromanaging. Yeah, we need to turn on some more oxygen. So, enable building. Turn the light back on. And let's raise this back up to 3,000. Oh, new thing. Pip eggs, or dude, I'm just gonna take a pip egg. I don't know if we're ever gonna use a pip, but that's okay. Yeah, we're getting pretty good at this. This is getting all cleared out. Maybe shouldn't be doing it this way. Alright. 70,000 calories. Yeah, I think this farm, let's see, what? It's a 30 of these? So that probably can support, I don't know, 8 duplicants? And we've got 6. So that's why we're slowly accumulating food. Why did you go down into the... Oh, you were trying to pick up this water that someone dropped. We're starting to get a lot of polluted oxygen from this, as these little polluted oxygen things just sit here in front of their algae. But the deodorizers are handling it so far. I think we're seeing a little bit get out. Yeah. Let's go ahead and build a couple more of these. Just to make sure we're covered. Like, I'm not sure how it's getting out. It has to go right past this. I guess these are overworked. What was that? Oh, I think it was this guy just... This hatchling just popped, maybe? Just hatched? Yeah, it's age 1. It's a curious little noise. It's a tiny baby. Critter metabolism minus 90%. Happiness plus 5. Okay. So this is now spitting out bunch of CO2. Now, I wonder if I should build one over here just in case some stuff gets out that way too. I think that's a good idea. It shouldn't happen because, well, maybe it will. Either way, we're going to deal with it if it does. This is a mess. I don't even know why I didn't just start doing my usual thing. Let's go ahead and get rid of these first. That was the wrong order to do those two things in. Oh well. Yeah, we can just climb up to these. This side went much nicer. Next, research. Once we do all the research, we're really going to be not using that much water anymore. Like, most of the water is going into the advanced research at the moment. More than to these, at least. I assume? I hope? So yeah, there's a little polluted oxygen here or there, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. As long as it's not, like, pervasive. As long as it's not, like, everywhere. Like, over here, we got these huge piles of polluted oxygen. We're gonna want to deal with that before letting it into our base. Like, I don't even know how to salvage that. Let's just build a ladder up to it. It might be the easiest way. Come on, guys. I'm gonna make them, force them over into it a little bit. Are you stuck up here? I think you might be stuck up here now. No, you can go that way. Okay. Got some free mealworm growing out here. I still don't have a plan for this water. Maybe we'll electrolyze it all. Might be. What are you doing? Oh, you're idle. Here, go ahead, start knocking these out. Look at that. Meep, what were you thinking? You get the one to the left, you get to the one to the right, you get the one right under your feet. See, this is too much micromanagement. I wish I didn't have to do this. Go ahead, make another little scaffolding right there. Not yet, not till we get that. It's like in Dwarf Fortress when they wall themselves in. Nah, just get it all. So we've got this huge pile of trash, this entire area. All this sandstone and stuff like this really wrecking the decor. Let's take it. Can I see that? Where is it? Decor overlay. So yeah, the decor here is minus 149, 111, 122. As all this stuff gets pulled down. Kind of that's why I want to do that. So it's all going to end up here, and then we can build something on top of it, and it won't have trash. We won't have to store it in boxes either. Which is a stupid reason, but oh well. Like that will work, I think. Now we'll let them get up like this, and I can get rid of that. What are all my dupes doing? They're cleaning out algae chambers and the like. There shouldn't be any polluted oxygen down here. Like, how would it get there? Unless it's being forced down by this. That's what these are for. So... Chlorine? Why do we have chlorine in here? How... Like... From what? Where'd the chlorine come from? Yeah, we got some chlorine. Huh. Do we have a bleach stone in here somewhere? Where would that be? Consumable or bleach stone? Yeah! We got a bleach stone! Oh! Okay, how do I want to deal with that? Let's just build one of these down here. Here, prioritize this. Get done. If it's underwater, it won't emit chlorine. And bleach stone, high priority. Because I just don't want chlorine in my base. That would be terrible. Not unless it's carefully controlled. And the problem is it's going to follow the oxygen line. So as more CO2 is produced, it's going to... Well, CO2 shouldn't be produced below this point. Excuse me. I mean... Any CO2 above this point will eventually come down here and get converted to oxygen. So... I wonder if I should just open this door. Or maybe build another tile right here. Just to let better airflow in our base. None of these are bleach stone, right? They look like that. So no. Just some salt. We have quite a bit of coal. We got 14.5 tons of coal. Let's see. Fungal spore or person. I don't want more people yet. No, I'm not even gonna look to see if they're good. I just don't want to see them. We do have some skills. Stinky, you're done with the research tree. You don't have any other likes. That's kind of the disadvantage of having someone who specializes. So he had a ton of research. And it was very beneficial for him. But he doesn't have any other likes, so he can't get that many other skills because of morale limitations. I'm gonna start working him towards rocket navigation, which I've never actually used, but I'm sure it will come in helpful eventually. So get supplying, and you'll work your way up. But we're gonna be careful with you because your morale is gonna start suffering. I can give you a hat. Here, you can have the astronomy hat. And there was someone else with a skill, wasn't there? Max. Max, I could put you on tidying or grilling or exosuit training. I'm gonna go for exosuit training. Although you're not a digger. Let's go with tidying. Okay, and you can have a hat too. You can have improved carrying too. Did we get rid of that bleach stone yet? Yeah, it's in here. 22.6, 22.6. Okay. And we're completely out of the oxalite. All the oxalite that was down here ended up degassing because we managed to finally lower the pressure. Let's get rid of the scaffolding. I still haven't got to this. I don't know why. It's right there. I think I'm just gonna draw a straight line, even though it's not my biome, technically. We'll just go ahead and pretend like it is. We're not gonna get the slime, though. Slime can stay back. Need some scaffolding. See, if I get rid of this, I'll kill that hatch. He'll drown. So I'm kind of stuck with it. I can get rid of the bottom. Yeah, it seems like we maybe dealt with that polluted oxygen. There's still a little bit getting by. A few little bits of it getting by. But what can you do? It'll eventually recirculate to the point we'll be able to get it. And was there any getting out this way anymore? Yeah, there's still some polluted oxygen here. Because of course this will go all around. And the pressure in here is still very high. And not so good up there. We might want to, like, actually pump the air out to here eventually. Though, you know, I would much prefer to rely on... can they not reach that? I don't know. Unreachable, yeah. Whoops. They built it from... They must have deconstructed it from the wrong side. Keep the research going. Plastic manufacturing. We'll eventually need to do some of that, I'm sure. I kind of wish I could scroll out, like, more than this. Like, I want to see my base all at once. Part of the problem with getting this is that they keep having to run away to breathe. Ooh, we exposed some more oxalite, so that'll help. Yeah, popped eardrums. They are starting to have trouble with stress. Yeah, Jean has stress. Why are you all stressed out, Jean? Just because of the popped eardrums? Whenever you go in there, you get popped eardrums because of the... Did you get it? Yeah. Because she's in this pressure area. So she's just going to be sitting at 20% stress for a while, I guess. We might want to eventually get some automation here. Use an auto sweeper to distribute the algae. We're already distributing the water, although not very well. What happened? Oh, I see. Get rid of that, and now the water. Interesting. Well, let's turn this up a little bit. For just a little tiny bit. And this is going nice, although they still haven't gotten this ladder. Come on, guys. Get your axe together. But yeah, we've got a lot of oxygen in our base now, just because all this open area has oxygen in it. So we could like turn off everything and just move up here and live for a long time. How are we doing on algae? 45 tons. That's not a problem. And dirt, 138 tons, 42 tons. So our farms are going to go for a while. We're almost fully self-sustainable. Yeah, let's go ahead and extend that. Actually, it's not. This is temporary, so... In fact, let's just get rid of this. We'll build something in its place later. You have idle people. You should not be idle. Are you... Okay. You're gonna tear that right up below you, aren't you? Oh, she was able to hop. Okay. Why aren't they doing this? Come on, guys. It's unreachable? Can't they get it from there? Oh, they can't get onto there. So there's a bunch of slime lung in there. We're gonna leave this barrier. It's tempting to maybe make a big thermal wall of a big wall against what's it called? Using insulated tiles. But I think it's okay to do it this way. Now you can get rid of those. You can clear all this out. And we're almost done with the first biome. We didn't get this bit over here, but I think that's fine. And we're only on cycle 36. Only. Without bedrooms, without bathrooms. 36 cycles. And we still have to get the entire area below, too. But that'll be easier, because it's closer to our base. As we get closer, the commute times will drop more and more. So like, what's taking the most time? Digging, of course, and farming supply and storing dirt. Because we're still telling people all the time, every time they hit dirt, they still put it in one of these two bins. And why did you take dirt from there and put it over here? You should have gotten this one first. What are you doing? Oh, you're dealing with this. Well, that's not gonna last, I'm afraid. Let's just go and get rid of it now. This will be accessible again once we get down to here. We have a skill. Devin, you're done with your farming. You can step into carrying? That might actually make it easier for you to deal with all those farms. And Meep, keep on going with the digging. Okay. I've been going a long time. This is 2.5 hours now. Let's I think I'm gonna get this done and then I'm gonna take a break. Finish this up tomorrow, or at least move on to the next bit. So I'm a little worried about all this CO2. Like, it's gonna start crashing down my base, and we might not be able to breathe for a little bit. Like right now, we can already see CO2 having some problems. Maybe I should make some airflow tiles down here so it could sink. I think I will. Let's go ahead and just add a bit of airflow. There's not a lot left. A few things. Then we can actually start exploring and getting into the rest of our base, building more things, finding the surface, all that sort of stuff. Trying to figure out a way to maybe deal with this natural gas geyser. Like, it seems foolish to just leave it there instead of taking advantage of it in some way. So natural gas. They say it's useful in power production. So we have a natural gas generator, which creates polluted water and CO2, and a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Or petroleum. Okay, maybe we'll just use that when we finish up all the coal or something. New dupe, potentially. Fertilizer, which we have not had any use for yet. Or a Dreklet egg. 3 Dreklet eggs. Sure. I'll start raising some Dreklets. At some point, I want to have a bunch of little ranches. But I think we're going to need some happiness producing things first, because we're starting to hit the morale limits. Like, they're getting up at 9 to 7, 7 of 9. I don't know why it says the things backwards. They're starting to hit the point where they can't grow anymore unless we improve their morale. Oh, we do have some more polluted water getting through. Polluted oxygen. That these guys can't handle. I could build a bit more of those, perhaps. Where'd the hatch go? There was a hatch here. Did it die? I was oh, probably it did die. Oh, because like that was sand, and I went underneath the sand, and it was, Oh well, we're down a hatch. Yeah, we're doing all this algae deliveries. Still, it's not that much. So each one of these is consuming 30 grams per second of algae, which is not a lot. That's not much at all. It's the water requirements that are more of a problem. Interesting. There's like polluted oxygen building up over here. I wonder, like I think I could build this right there and it'll work when the door is shut. We're delaying these guys. They're busy doing stuff down here, so they're not going ahead. But yeah, we're actually having some trouble with life support, I have to admit. They're spending a lot of time dealing with these algae tanks. Like, let me just take a look at this. So traveling, dig is still the big one. And food, which we're over 100 kilocalories. Maybe we could cut back on. Work time is still dig, research, build. Express themselves. Interesting. Okay, now we got much better oxygen right here. That's good. I was forgetting. We let the CO2 down. Almost, Dupes. Come on, you're almost there. So yeah, this building works just fine. And is it pulling in CO2 from here? It looks like it is. It looks like it is pulling the polluted oxygen down. Look at that. There's 5.7 kilograms on a single square of polluted oxygen. I mean, this is awfully pressurized. Camille, that's not somewhere to sleep. You want to go somewhere else. Find a safe place. Good God. I mean, like, healthy is 1.8, and this is at 7. That kind of probably means that we have bad airflow around here. Like I might want to just pump some of it up here. Or turn it off again. Turn some of it off. Okay, let's take a look. How much... last cycle, we produced 571. That's too much. Let's turn some of this off. What are you guys doing? Oh, you're idle. Okay. Then you must have got this. Good. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. Let's go ahead and just build this as tile right here. Maybe we'll add some airflow later, but for now, this is fine. We have a skill. Camille. Again, we'll go for the digging. Oh, Jean's probably idle because she filled these up. Look at this polluted oxygen. How did this get this high up here? That's ridiculous. We need to deal with that. Do research still. You just got stuck, didn't you? There you go. She's gonna keep getting stuck though, unless she has enough stuff to fill it in herself. But she's building it from the wrong side. Building entombment. Yeah, deal with that. Look at this water! Oh my. Here, let's get rid of that. And we'll build it further down. That's not gonna work, is it? Build a pitcher pump right there. It's all the research, really. It's not this. This is mostly just going little tiny bits with a big chunk now and then. I guess we could turn this down probably a little bit. Now that we turned half of those, or a few of those off. Building entombment. Come on, guys, you're so close. I should replant that oxifern down here. And we're done! Amazing! Well, on this side. I think I'm going to take a break there. Next time, we'll start figuring out how to fill this back up with good things. So, until then, thank you everyone for watching. Till next time.